Welcome to Worth Knowing. I'm so excited to have a very, very good friend of the show here with us, Aaron Kevin. Hi, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Virginia. Today
we're talking about pins, and we have an assortment of pins here today.
Yes, we do. Before we start into each and every type here, what's one common theme you kind of see what we have in front of us?
Well, the first thing I'm noticing is, unlike the vast majority of fasteners I've seen, there's no threading.
That's absolutely correct. That is a common element of these types of fasteners.
Yeah.
Now, another one too is maybe look at what you see as material.
Yeah.
Is there any difference in the material that you see here?
For the exception of color, I mean, they all look to be a metal type of metal.
They are. They certainly are. So talking about really primarily low carbon steel is primarily used a lot of times for strength purposes.
Sure.
Also stainless steel, just depending on application.
Right.
Now, in most cases, we talk about pins are for joining, aligning, and retaining. So what you see out in front of you are pretty common ones.
Okay, and I'm sure you're going to expand on that with us here in a moment.
Yes. So Virginia, pick one.
Ooh, let's start with this one because this looks cool.
Yeah, so that is a cotter pin, specifically a hair cotter pin.
All right, looks like a hairpin, so that checks out.
Yeah, pretty close, like a bobby pin you might use to pin down
100%.
your hair. Yeah, so this one's is unique, and it's usually paired with its partner here, the Clevis pin.
Okay.
So obviously this is not probably the size for this exact type of Clevis pin.
It looks a little too small.
But it's another retainment feature just for this pin itself.
Okay.
So another one that is part of the same family here, these are also called cotter pins. Of course, these are straight leg. Now, they look a little bit different.
They
Definitely
sure
by
do.
shape.
Same name, but different looking.
Exactly, right? So that's the hairpin cotter, and this is just cotter pin is what we call those.
Okay.
Now, in most cases, what we see these used within are castellated type of nuts like this.
Okay.
And you would see externally a screw applied with a hole, and you would take this and apply it through the hole of the externally threaded screw or bolts, and then you would bend these legs all the way around so that it helps retain it.
Okay, so there would be a bolt that goes through here, actually screws in.
Yes.
That has a hole in it. This goes through the hole, bends around, and is basically double fastened.
Right, so it's a retainment feature. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep, helps keep it in one place and one piece.
Super secure.
Super secure. What other fasteners are you interested in knowing about?
Let's go with this guy.
I hated that segue. Let's stop there. So what other fasteners are you interested in knowing about?
If I told you I had more fasteners, is that something you might be interested in?
That was so bad. So now, kind of moving on, since I mentioned these Clevis pins earlier.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, have you ever seen anything like this before?
It looks familiar. I don't know that I can name a use for it though off the top of my head.
It is a Clevis pin of a type. Sometimes they call these hitch pins. So that's what I was going to say. Maybe you've seen those
on a hitch.
It could be even lawn equipment hitches, very small. This one probably would be. You've seen bigger hitch or Clevis type pins in bigger hitches.
Sure.
So you have the male and female receiver.
Yep.
That unit that goes together, and then you sliding that through there in order to capture and then just clip. So it's quick and easy.
Yep.
Yep. Now these are commonly used for like aircraft rudder systems, even Clevis pins.
What?
Interestingly enough, yep. So they can be used in that. So it's a linkage type of
in the rudder.
Exactly, in the rudder. Yep. Some of the other types that we have that are left here, we have the dowel pin.
Yeah, I was wondering about those.
Yeah.
I've heard of dowels.
You heard dowels, right?
I have,
so where have you used dowels before?
Furniture?
Yeah. Wooden dowel pins, that's a pretty common one.
Yeah.
Now these are metallic, so obviously probably going to be
different use.
In different use.
Sure.
In most cases, these are used for alignment purposes.
Okay.
And in particular, I always like to use the engine block as a guide.
Okay.
That funny there, guide, right? So aligning your engine block. So if you're having to take maybe the heads of an engine and putting it onto a manifold, these are already in place, so that helps you slide those down and put it in place, and then you use screws to put in, the rest of the equipment there.
So it helps you make sure you're accurate in placing those two pieces together.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly aligned when you permanently fasten.
It is. It is exactly
that
right.
makes sense.
Well, sometimes permanently, sometimes non-permanent. So just depending upon the application for sure.
Sure.
Now the last ones we have over here, these are spring pins, is what they're called.
Okay.
Now this particular type that you're picking up, that's called a slotted pin.
Okay. All right.
So-
It doesn't look like a spring.
No, it doesn't, but it is. So the way a special tool to install it. Now what you see there is it would be compressed, and then it expands and it stays in its position permanently. So that's more of a permanent type of application, or you hope it will be.
All right. Where would I find this?
Yeah, so I always like to use like a heavy duty toolbox hinge would be a great place for something like that.
Okay, so something heavy that needs that extra sturdy.
Yeah, you don't want to take it off. Like not like a normal door hinge that does have a pin in it.
Sure.
Just a little bit different. It's more like a Clevis pin.
Sure, because you want to maybe replace a door at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I know I've had to do that myself.
Same.
So, certainly. But yeah, those are going to be in cases where you want more of a permanent application. You would see that in something like that.
Yeah. Okay, if I cannot be shedding.
Oh yeah. And then there's this.
Yes, so cool.
There's a couple of other pins that we don't have here today. Those are groove pins, which is another permanent type of pin like we saw.
And they sound groovy.
They are groovy for sure. And they're very similar to what we see as far as compression and how they're applied. Permanent type of pin. And then taper pins are the other type that we don't have out here today. But certainly same principles apply.
Those are permanent as well.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I certainly learned a lot about pins today, from permanent use to pins that can be removed very easily for different use case scenarios.
It can be pretty important depending on what you need it for.
Yep, and I'll never look at a trailer the same way now, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being here today, Aaron. It's always a pleasure.
Of course, thank you.
And thank you to all of you for being here, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now. So Aaron, this is really cool.
Yeah.
What about that one?
That one?
What's that one?
I thought y'all were really doing it.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were really.
All right, here we go. Here we go.